Hi everyone, welcome to Lac du Coron on the Pays de Loire Pt1 border in France. As you can see, this is the very start of the journey, of the story. Everything's mega overgrown and you know, as you can see, we're not quite ready for our first visitors yet. However, when we open in April and in the blogs that we do between now and then, hopefully you'll enjoy the story of new swims being built, the new section of the lake being dug, and you know, and all of the bits and bobs that we have to do to get the fishery ready. In this intro, I thought I'd just let you know a little bit about the lake, how it is now and what we're aiming to achieve come April. At the moment, we're looking at Lac du Coron at being just over 4 acres in size. It's a fairly long, quite narrow lake, sort of 40 to 70 yards wide, 40 to 60 yards wide, which means no extra gears needed, no new purchases. It's very similar to your UK fishing with regard to the style and the rigs, etc. that you're going to need to use. No big rods, no big reels, etc. It's all very comfortable, more accurate fishing than it is, you know, super long range. At the moment, the lake is teeming with originals. There's a total guess at the moment, but I would say there's well in excess of 100 originals in here from the time that we've spent walking around and looking, and they seem to range from 2 to 3 pounds all the way up to a couple of mid doubles that we've seen. But as I say, there'll be a lot to find between now and then, and over the next week or so I'll be doing my first few evenings fishing down here just to try and get an idea of what's going on. In October, you'll see the lake grow in size. We'll be extending it by just under an acre, which will make it a really comfortable 4 or 5 man fishery. There'll be 6 swims, so you won't be in one swim all week. There will be the opportunity to move around the lake a little bit. And the new section will be absolutely packed full of lilies and reeds, and a little island, little dot island, and that will be down the far end of the lake, from where you first arrive, near where the lodge is basically, so it'll be called Lodge Bay. Come the winter, when it's suitable for stocking as well, we'll have an awesome new stock of fish coming in from 2 or 3 different suppliers. So we've got different strains, different looks, different scale patterns, etc. Not just thinking about how the fishing is going to be from day one, but what it's going to be in 5-10 years time. So from day one in the end of April next year, we've already got our first guest booked. There will be roughly 120 to 125 fish, 75 brand new ones from an incredible fish farmer in Holland, who's delivering them by hand to the lake in winter time. They'll be ranging from sort of mid-20s all the way up to big 40s. They've got an incredible sort of pedigree for growing big, and obviously with so many 40s coming in from day one, you've obviously got an incredible fishery from the off. We've also got a few fish coming in from a local fish farmer who again has a fantastic pedigree for huge fish, massive framed fish, and there'll also be 350s going in, plus the originals, which there'll be about 10 to 15 of. So all combined, as I say, there'll be roughly 120, 125 fish in here. So it's never going to be a runs water. That's not the intention. This is going to be a water where when you fish well and you work hard at it, you'll be looking at 10 to 15 fish a week. But the average weight's going to be over 30 pounds, and that's just from day one. So 2-3 years time, we'll be looking at an upper 30 average, and it will just balloon from there, and we'll work with the fish stocks to lessen them or increase them depending on the fish weights. So with regard to facilities, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing here at the moment, apart from the mains. There's mains water, mains electricity, and a telephone line for Wi-Fi. It's all connected, but there's nothing to connect it to at the moment. So there'll be a lodge. It won't be for accommodation for sleeping in, although if the river turns rough, which is pretty rare here, you will be able to crash in there if needs be. There'll be a little fridge, TV in there, and some comfy couches and stuff. It'll just be a great place to have a social, have dinner in the evening, whether you cook yourself or whether you're having one of our food packages, and just chill out. On top of the sort of the toilets and the showers that you'd expect, there's obviously the Wi-Fi, as I mentioned, which is becoming more and more important to people, Facebook updates and all the rest of it. And there'll also be a number of brick barbecues, which is a great idea I got from the guys at Tang de Bernier, to give you social areas, so you don't have to reel in and disappear up to the lodge every time you want to catch up with some mates. you can just move 1 or 2 swims down and have a crack with your mates and a proper barbie. There'll be a fridge in there for cold beers, etc. in the lodge, so you know, you really can chill out. It's not just about awesome fishing and a great place, it's all about the vibe we're trying to create, which is a word you'll hear quite a lot coming up, the vibe. It's all about hammocks and chill out areas and cozy little stalking spots and camo netting, and for want of a better word, we'll make it as carpy as we can. At the moment, it's obviously, as you can see, very overgrown, but we're not going to decimate the place and make it a golf course. We're going to keep as much of this natural mature foliage and trees and bushes and weeds, etc. in here as we can, and basically just cut our swims out of the woods so that you can you can enjoy it the way that we first saw it when we first wanted to buy it. So that's part 1 really. There'll be loads more updates, new photography, etc, on the website lacducoron.com. All the details will be at the end if you wanted to check out the website in a bit more detail if I haven't covered everything. But stay tuned, we're going to do some fishing for the first time this week, so hopefully at the end of this video you'll see a few of the Lac du Coron originals, and fingers crossed you might see a surprise amongst them as well. So thank you for watching the first little update. There's a lot more to come, and we look forward to welcoming you back as we carry on with the journey. See you soon.